Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at the entire crypto market, including Bitcoin, HBAR, XRP, Sui, Polkadot, Solana, Ethereum, all of it, as we have a lot of news to discuss surrounding all of that. But before we jump into it, I want to ask you guys to check out the Discord down below. It will be the first link in the description, and you can see on the screen right now just how many wins our members are getting from copying our trades. Inside the Discord, you can copy our trades, you can copy my strategies, and you can start winning trades with us. So yeah, make sure you join up. You can cancel at any time if you're not enjoying it, and it will be linked down below. It will be the first link there. So yeah, make sure you join up. Now, the news we have to discuss is regarding the CPI report that came out today. So you can see on the screen right now, we had a CPI report come out today, and essentially the CPI measures the change in prices over time that consumers pay for goods, services, and that has increased by 0.5% from the previous month, surpassing the anticipated 0.3% forecast. Now, this uptick has brought inflation to roughly 3%, up from 2.9% which we had in December, and the higher than expected inflation figure has led to speculation that the Federal Reserve may maintain its current interest rates longer than previously anticipated. And the market essentially reacted by seeing a huge sell-off in stocks and an increase in bond yields, and that has been reflected not only in crypto, which we're going to go through right now, but also in the stock market and altcoins. Now we have recovered, but the stock market still hasn't. So if we take a look here on the Bitcoin chart, you can actually see the exact time that the CPI report came out, and we saw the crash right here. This is when the CPI report came out, and we instantly dumped off. So yeah, very interesting to see. Just before the CPI report actually came out, we saw a little spike right here, and then obviously the huge dump. So yeah, not the best start to the day, but since then we've recovered. The S&P hasn't. You can see when it opened, it did see this huge dump. It has been trying to recover, still not closed above the gap that we had built today. Now, how that looks for altcoins, well, it's practically just copy and pasted for HBAR, XRP, Sui. All these coins have practically been copy and pasted, but Sui is actually really outperforming the market here. I think even Polkadot is really outperforming. Like, you can see it's up nearly 10%, and in all the previous videos people were saying that Polkadot is a dead coin, when today it's double, outperforming the market by 2x if we compare it to other major altcoins. Now, we're going to take a look at a few trades that we're looking at. One of them is HBAR, as yeah, it's just at this really good support level, and so are a lot of other coins like XRP, for example, still at this major support level, not really moving. And the thing with XRP, just for example, is it's actually better to accumulate right here in this range that we have than it was to accumulate in this entire range, or I can even go back further, since 2020 all the way up to here, all because of the dynamic shift in crypto that we've had. So during this entire phase, we had a anti-crypto president, we had an anti-crypto government, an anti-crypto SEC, but now that has all changed, and obviously that has been reflected in the price. Although it was a much lower price, it was also a much higher risk. Although we did see a huge pump and then dump, once the SEC started cracking down more and more on the XRP lawsuit, and just started crumbling back down, and volume fully died off. So yeah, now we have a pro-crypto president, a pro-crypto SEC, and a pro-crypto government that has even got a government department named after a meme coin in the form of DOGE and the Department of Government Efficiency. So the reason I say this is we have a completely different dynamic shift, and accumulating right here is actually a much smarter idea than trying to accumulate all the way back before, because now we have all the catalysts, so we can only really go up unless there's obviously a market crash and we enter a bear cycle. But we're still very early on in the bull cycle. Yes, we've done a major multiplier on Bitcoin, but alts haven't seen the movement yet, and we haven't had an alt season yet, any sort of bull market yet without an alt season. So unless we're gonna get a first time in the past decade where that happens, it's not gonna happen. So we're gonna go through why as well alt season hasn't been happening yet, and it's quite an interesting thing. So let's jump into it. Now, you'll know if you're in crypto that during really from the end of December, mid-end of December all the way through till now, meme coins were absolutely pumping with hype, anticipation, and they were dropping like flies. New meme coins were coming out every second, and so many pump and dump and so on and so forth. So that drove a lot of the interest away from these utility based coins like Polkadot, AVAX, Solana, Ethereum, Sui, Render, XRP, HBAR, all to those coins. And when that happens, all the capital gets taken away from these coins. People start selling off a bit. People won't invest in these coins because they see meme coins pumping, doing 5, 10, 20x's in a few hours. So they want to invest in that. Now, I think with the top of the sort of meme coin cycle has commenced as we had the Trump coin release. Now, the Trump coin was probably the top signal in my opinion for meme coins. There's no one influential person more that can release a meme coin unless it's Elon Musk, but I highly doubt that he would release a meme coin, you know, because he's already so heavily associated with Doge. That's practically his own meme coin right now. So unless there's a falling out there, I doubt he will release a meme coin, and Trump in my opinion is the most influential person right behind Musk. Now that his meme coin was released, obviously went from a very low market cap to hundreds of millions, maybe even billions. I wasn't paying too much attention to the market cap, but it's since dumped from $77 all the way down $15, and the volume is also treacherous. It's at 10 million compared to Doge, which is at 1 billion, 100x the amount of volume. Crazy. So if the most influential person in the world has a meme coin and it's barely trading, you know, I think that suggests that the top is in, and that people will now start to transition from these meme-based coins to actual utility-based coins, which should hopefully start resulting in the alt season happening. Another thing we need to rely on is also Bitcoin dominance. This is like the clear indicator of alt season and when alt season is happening. I'll go into the percent chart just so it's more clear and more visible, but we've gone through this in a previous video where we had a slight decrease here when obviously we were getting the Trump election news and everything like that, spiked the entire altcoin market, and since then we've been pumping up. Now what this looks very similar to, if we go on the weekly chart, is this right here. So during the sort of previous run in 2021, you know, we also had a massive increase for a very large amount of time, but then we actually got this same similar sort of pattern: increase, slight decrease, continuation, top, huge dump, alt season. It looks very similar to what's happening now. We've obviously had this huge sort of increase, very similar. We saw this dump, now we're seeing the initial pump, top, continuation down. So I think that surely shows us that the top is in. Hopefully the top is in at least. You know, will we push to 73% dominance? I think it's very unlikely. Obviously possible. We were once at 99% dominance, which is crazy. It is possible, but I think it's quite unlikely, especially with the amount of altcoins now out there and the amount of exposure they're getting, but you never know. I think the top is in on dominance. Sure, you know, sure, we might get a few more green days. I'm not saying that it's purely down from here on dominance and up on altcoins, but I think it's a good indicator that it's a similar pattern. We've had a huge wick, which shows us that it's slowing down, continuational red candles. A lot of these altcoins are also on major support levels like HBAR, XRP, SUI, ETH. They're on all major support levels. I think it's a really good time to accumulate, and I think it's quite low risk to reward, low risk, high reward. For example, HBAR, you know, if you want to enter in with my entering strategy, I usually have 3 entries. One at like current market price, if it's a good price. I think 23 cents, 22 cents is a good price for HBAR. So I'll have current market price entry. Second entry maybe at 18, 19 cents, somewhere around here at this support level on the 0.618. And then a third entry in case the market fully crashes and we see a 50% dip, you know, worst of the worst, we have an entry at like 12, 11 cents. So those would be my 3 entries. Dollar cost average strategy, very simple. If worst comes to worst, we're prepared. If best for, you know, comes for best, we've already entered. We can just ride the profits out. Now for take profits, you know, it depends if you're looking for short-term or long-term gains. I wouldn't really be looking, if we're accumulating at these low prices, there's no point in trying to hold for a few weeks and get 80%, 50% profit, unless you're using leverage, which I still wouldn't suggest right now. You know, purely more shorter-term trades for leverage. But for HBAR on the longer term, we can target the previous all-time high, which would give us a 2.5x at 150% profit. That would be a decent first take profit, especially if you want to play it quite low risk. Second take profit would be in price discovery. Now we're looking at 4x at 300% profit. And then a third take profit, you can look at $1.50. You know, that's like a 20x away. 500, oh no, sorry, it's a 6x away. My maths just completely went off. It's a 6x away, 6.5x at $1.45. So 540% profit. Absolutely insane. And I definitely think we'll be seeing over $1 on HBAR. And other coins, it's, you can follow the exact same strategy. XRP, for example, 1 entry here, 1 entry here, 1 entry here. Same goes for SUI. You know, I've been accumulating SUI from a very high level. $4.50 was my first entry, somewhere around here. That was my first entry. It's then fallen 30%, and my average entry has fallen also. I'm just in profits right now, simply because I've been dollar cost averaging in on these coins I like. And the same will go for Render, Polkadot, AVAX, Solana, all coins that you think are good. And if you're not sure what coins are good and you're not too sure on the fundamentals of those coins, then check out the Discord down below. I've sent out my exact crypto portfolio that I'm holding, so you can just copy and paste it, and then when I profit, you profit. Now, Bitcoin also has a lot of liquidations at 110,000 right here just above, and these liquidations usually work as magnets in the market. So you had a lot of liquidations right here at this level, somewhere around here, and these were developing ever since we got this pump right here. So they've been developing for a long time. We then saw a huge dump, wicked down here, and cleared those liquidations. That's how these liquidations work. Now we have some above these highs from shorts, so it looks like we should head to roughly this level right here, clear those liquidations, and then see where we go from there. That's what I think would happen on Bitcoin. We also have to take a look at the S&P, which is the stock market. So for the stock market, I think, you know, it usually follows this pattern where increase, all-time high, bull flag, pump through, all-time high, bull flag. I mean, if we don't count that, all-time high, bull flag, breakout, all-time high, bull flag, and it just continues like this. So we should be looking at a breakout relatively soon, hopefully in February, worst case in March, unless again we get, you know, some very, very bad news and the S&P doesn't continue climbing. I highly doubt that would happen, but you never know. It's a risky game. We didn't expect, you know, tariffs to be launched so quickly, although we should have. We didn't expect DeepSeek to come out. I don't think anybody really expected it, and yeah, we saw a huge crash from that. Regardless, that's my outlook. So if you did enjoy the video on the CPI report and a more in-depth analysis on everything, do make sure to comment it down below, like and subscribe as well, please. It really helps out a ton. Again, if you need a place to buy, sell, or trade crypto for the lowest fees with the best sign up rewards, and actually use exchanges that I'm personally using, then check out all the exchanges down below. And when you do sign up with my link, you'll get way lower fees and a few sign up rewards. So win-win. Who doesn't love, you know, free things? So make sure you do that. Need a place to copy trades, learn strategies, copy strategies, everything like that, and then check out the Discord. It'll be the first link there in the description. Make sure you join up. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.